We got ratios for you from 98 cases for Legacy of Destruction. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button over here so you guys don't miss out on more honest content. The reason why I like doing these sorts of videos is to kind of give people insight into pull ratios and give a little bit of an idea as to what's going on. And a pretty interesting spread of things. Now keep in mind, with 98 cases, you should get a pretty decent amount of secret spread from this. Now, Shining Sarcophagus had 211. Decent pull ratios on that one, honestly. Nightmare Apprentice with 200. That one's kind of, to be honest with you, it's not that the secrets are necessarily short print, but it's enough that you can see these cards being pulled in lesser forms, while some are spread a little bit higher than others. And that's like the thing I like to talk about here. So Nightmare Apprentice coming in at 200. Actually, Nightmare Apprentice is the second lowest one pulled out of your secret rare slot. Varudus, the final bringer of the end of times, had 269, actually, tying it for the highest. Then we had Ragnarika, the Evil Seed, which is kind of interesting. Diabels, the original Sin Keeper, at 244. We had 241 Silent Magicians. It's kind of interesting to see. We had 238 Gandora G, the Dragon of Destruction. 269 Oxilla, that was our second tie with Varudus up there. And then Future Silence coming in at 231. And then there's Ragnarika Bloom down here at 192. Now, variance aside, looking at this data objectively, you can tell, Ragnarika Bloom definitely had a shortcoming with this, which is kind of interesting to actually think about out here that, 192, even so, putting that a little bit closer to things, like you should be closer to 200. So looking at things here, looks like Ragnarika Bloom, Nightmare Apprentice, and Shining Sarcophagus are a little bit lower on the low end of things. And then you're coming in at about, Diabels, the Silent Magician, Gandora, and Future Silence in the mid-range. And then Varudus and the Oxilla being more on the high end of things, just looking at the data spread. But remember, this is a core set. We're not supposed to have short prints in here, which the data always will tell us on our sample size. Now, ultra rares. 330 Minerva. That's alright. You had 366 Vitos, the Dragon of Endless Darkness. 377 Nightmare Thrones. That I'm happy to see. Nightmare Throne being an extremely large number guarantees you that the demand that people are going to want to have out here for these play sets actually will be met, and that's actually a good thing. Nightmare Throne, like we said, 377. Gadget Trio coming in at 305. That's kind of low. Okay, Ties That Bind, 353. Well, okay. Snake Eyes Diabellstar, 290 of that. I don't like seeing that number. Actually, that's the lowest ultra rare present on this list, with everything else being in the 300 range. Okay, Silent Swordsman 0 coming in at 308. Lightsworn Dragonling, aka My Little Pony Dragon, at 365. Ragnarika the Star Sovereign at 370. Saphira at 313. Seltrice Valmonica coming in at 304. Wake Up Centaurion, 323. Gold Pride Eradicator at 306. Wow. The Voli Boreal, the Dragon Undertaker, 342. That's our New World exclusive. So your ultra rares here are not too terribly off. There's always the fact that the Snake Eyes Diabellstar is in such a weird position with these numbers. I don't know what's up with that. Like, once again, factoring for variance out here, that's kind of wild. Your lowest being the Snake Eyes Diabellstar, and then Seltrice Valmonica and Gold Pride Eradicator. So, deck build packs, well, technically Gold Pride was a TCG exclusive, and then Valmonica was a deck build pack. So, and then technically Saphira is the new theme, like, I mean, okay. And then, of course, Silent Swordsman 0 and the Gadget Trio also coming in at those low numbers. You can't tell me, looking at this data though, like, not all cards are made evenly. Like, there is a little bit of variance along the way here. Now, before somebody asks, we do have numbers on Tenpai Pydra, and it is 842 copies of Tenpai Pydra. Now, if you'd like to do the math on that, so 98 times 12, that is 1,176 boxes. All right, so we're short about 300 from every. It's kind of scary, actually. Not every box had a Pydra in it. All right, so 842 divided by 3 is going to put you at 280 deck cores that you can be made off of that. But once again, I want to point out, though, that variable that you had 1,100 boxes being opened for this, and not every box had a Pydra in it. So remember that before you're sitting out here, you're like, oh, you know, Pydras, they're going to be 10 cents. If people are buying a box and they're not even guaranteed a Pydra, it's almost like you need three of those in order to play. Strange, right? Now, your QCRs. This is one of my favorite places just to see the variable swings on the poll data, just to see, you know, who we won with today. So Shining Sarcophagus, 7 of them. Okay, we had 11 Nightmare Apprentices, which honestly, the waifu tax on that card I think is pretty good. I'm happy to see a decent number of that being pulled in this sample size. We had 8 Varudas, the final bringer of the end of times. Ragnarok of Evil Seed, 13. Diabels, we had 14 of those. Silent Magician 0, they had 18. Wow. And then to top things off, they had 17 Gandora G. But they only pulled the 7 Shining Sarcophagus. So if you're trying to max rarity your Yugi deck, just kidding, you ain't getting garbage out of that. They pulled 19 Centurion Oxilla. That's kind of crazy, actually. Holy crap. They also only got 8 Future Silence off of this. 6 Ragnarok Bloom. Wow. Not only did they get 6 Ragnarok Bloom, that was the little bit shorter secret rare. We had 13 Minerva. I guess that's fine. Vitos, the Endless Dragon of Darkness, 11. Nightmare Throne, 6. 17 Gadget Trios, but only 6 ties that bind. Once again, 7 Shining Sarcophagus with 6 ties. Like, you're not even getting like the full max core here. That's crazy. 13 Snake Eyes Diabellstar. And then of course you had, Diablaze. You had, that'd be the Poblar Maniac. Okay. You had the 12 copies of the Silent Swordsman 0. Lightsworn Dragonlink 16. Now this is kind of scary. 4 copies of Ragnaraka, the Star Sovereign. Putting that at the shortest print card for this sample size that was pulled. That, off of 98 cases, they had 4 Ragnaraka, the Stag Sovereign. Variants, by the way. They had 11 Sephiras, 18 Sultice Valmonica, and then we had 8 Wake Up Centurion, 20 Gold Pride Eradicator. They had 6 of the Volboreal, the Dragon Undertaker. Well, that TCG exclusive, really getting its value here. And then 12 Magicians of Bonds. You know, there's no short prints out here in Ba Sing Se. But there are certainly swings in these numbers that certainly make it look like there is some variance in the poll data. And especially looking at Ragnarok Bloom in the secret rare slot, looking at not every box having a Pydra out here, and looking at these QCR ratios on the big swing of things is very interesting. Very interesting, say the least. So what do you guys think about the poll data for Legacy of Destruction? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I know 98 cases feels a little bit weird, but it's enough that you can see in with how things are doing and get a little bit of an idea of what you expect. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.